Hi, everybody. It's o'clock on a Thursday, and today I am making this shadow box. What is it called? A floating shadow box card. All right. All right. So it has little pillars in it, and it lays flat for mailing. All right. Show you how to make it. All right. You're going to start with a piece of white cardstock that is 10 by 4 1/4. And you are going to score every 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3. And then you're going to rotate it and do the same on the other side. So 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3. All right. So these are your side pillars, and this is your center section. Okay, so I'm just going to fold just to get the location of this middle section. Okay. Okay, so now within this middle section, I'm going to take a die, and this die is 2 1/2. You could do 2 1/2 or 2 3/4, and you're going to center it in the middle section. All right, like that. And then you're going to put it through your die cut machine and cut the circle out of the center. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, so now I am going to fold and burnish on my score lines. You can actually do all mountain folds on this. Okay, hope everybody's doing well today. I'm having a better day today, so I think the worst is over. With each chemo, the fatigue gets, you have more fatigue. So I was very tired. However, I feel better today. So I went from sleeping to insomnia last night. So I will be having a nap today. Yes, I'm having a good day. As long as I'm sitting. The minute I stand up and walk around, I get tired. But if I'm sitting, I'm good. I feel totally normal. So that's a good thing. Okay. So now I've done all mountain folds on my pillars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tape on here. On each of the end sections, I'm going to put some tape. Yes, I had a message from Kathy today, and I have to make more card kits. I guess they all sold. That was quick. All right, so now I'm going to remove this tape backing. Okay, and then I'm just going to roll this up to create the pillars. So I'm just going to fold it. So let's see here. So on the second score line from the right, I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to fold this over. Okay, and then that creates one pillar. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Patty. So we'll do that again on this side. I'm going to take off this tape backing. And then 1, 2 score line, and then fold this over. Okay, so there's my 2 pillars. All right. Oh, I just realized I was supposed to put my acetate in here. I can slip that in. So now I want to cover this hole and with acetate. I should have put it on before I did my sequin tape, which I knew, but I think I can slide it in there. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a piece and insert it. In the instructions, it tells you to do it prior to the pillars. But this will work. I'm just going to stick that under there. Okay, and then I'm just going to stick this one under here. And we're good to go. Okay, there we go. And then I'll just put some adhesive under here. And some under here. So obviously it's much easier to do before you do your pillars. Okay. Yeah, I find my brain doesn't work as well as it used to. I call it chemo brain. Okay, so now it looks like this. And you have that lovely acetate in there, which we can add things to. Okay? All right. Just going to have a... All right. Now I am going to cut. So this piece is the back of my card, and this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I have a mat that I'm going to add. And this one is 4 by 5 1/4. And we'll just put that on. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to apply adhesive. Onto the side of my pillars. Okay, and I'm going to take this, and I see how I've pushed the left side in and the right side out, and then I'm going to match up the sides and the top and the bottom. Oops, I did that one. So I'm just going to match this up like so. And then this is going to match up like that. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so there's my card base. All right. We'll wait for the next step because now I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. Okay, this is the stamp set I'm using. It's called Beautiful Branch, and it's by Pinkfresh. And it has the stamp, the stencil, and the die. So I'm just going to show you a little trick that I do here. I'm going to take my stamp out. Okay, I'm going to take my stamp out. And I'm going to put it, the whole stamp, in my Misty. Now I have one of the grip mats here, so it sticks because it's plastic. I'm not taking anything off. I'm just being lazy, just leaving it like this, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of paper that fits on top. All right, this is the lazy way to stamp. So what you do is you ink all this up. Okay, I'm inking it all up. And then you take this and you lay it on top. And then I put a little piece of repositional tape there, just so it sticks onto this surface. And then you just rub this like so. And then you lift it up. And it is all stamped. See that? So this is just a real quick way of doing it. So you just leave your stamp on here. I do this with lots of my stamps, especially with the little ones, because I get all mixed up. So now I can just stencil this and cut it out and cut these all out. So it works out really well. Okay, so that was just a little tidbit for you. And then you can just take this off, clean it, and put it away. All right. So that is my quick little secret. All right. And I use that all the time, because then everything is together. Everything stays all together. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on here. Again, it's my grip mat. And I'm going to grab my stencil. And I'm just going to stencil using my Misty as the stencil holder. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up. I got to see where the number is. Stencil 1. Okay, so I'm just lining this up like that, and then the stencil's going to stick to my mat. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to use oxide inks. And I'm going to start with worn lipstick. Alright, so I'm just going to use my worn lipstick. Now I did two, I'm going to be using 2 flowers. So you can stamp 2 flowers, 2 sets, and stencil 2 sets. Alright, so there's that. And then I'm going to take a darker value, picked raspberry, and I'm going to stencil the centers just to add some definition. Such a pretty stamp. So you can get the whole set. There we go. And then I can just take this off. And then you can see the definition there. See the darkness? All right. Next, I'm going to use the leaves. I love these little brushes. Okay. Now, when I clean my stencil, I use a little rag. To wipe off the stencil. Just sort of pat it. And then I use alcohol. I have a little squirt bottle and there's rubbing alcohol in here. And then I just spray some rubbing alcohol on it. And the reason I use the alcohol is because it dries so fast. Okay, cleans it up lovely. And dries faster than water. Okay, all right, next we're going to do some leaves. So we'll do this. There we go, and I will stick onto my little mat there. And this one I'm going to use Twisted Citron. Yes, I'm Teresa. I'm glad I'm able to do this. Yeah, I wasn't in any shape on Tuesday, but today is much better. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to do my leaves. I guess this is like apple blossoms. And to bring in a darker value, I'm going to bring in some mowed lawn. Just kind of put it at the base of my leaves. Okay. Alrighty. And then I'll just wipe that off. And take that off. And there we go. And then again, I'm just going to spray it with rubbing alcohol. And then it's instantly dry. Okay? All right. So now we have that done. So now you're going to take your die. So there's a die for the flowers, and then there's a die for 3 of the words. 1, 2, 3. I chose thankful for your friendship, I believe I've got here. So I'm going to take that. And that's this one. Okay, so now I'm going to go and cut these out. Alrighty. And then I'm going to have 2 of these. Hi, Lori. Nice to see ya. I sent you a message about the card kit, Lori. Because I know you wanted one. Apparently I think they're sold out, but I'm going to make some more. So if you still want a card kit, you can still get one. Just put your name on the list. We're going to be making some more. Alrighty. So here's my flowers. And there's my sentiment. Okay, let's bring our card back. So what I did was, I took a piece of white cardstock, and I cut the circle out, and then I embossed it using a cover plate by Pinkfresh. And then we're just going to put that on there, like so. Okay? Now, I find when you emboss using a cover plate, tape doesn't work that well, so I'm going to use glue. Well, I think she said there was a few left over. So just go online. I sent you the link in Messenger. All right. So go to your Messenger, and I sent you a link. So now I'm just going to put this on here. Okay, so I just noticed something. Here it says cut a piece of white cardstock 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. It should be 3 1/4 by 4 because it's a little short. All right. So change that on your instructions. 3 3/4, and then you want it by 4. So cross that out and put 4. All right. Alrighty. All right, so I'm going to take this one, this whole one here, and I am going to glue it on like so. All right. And make sure you have all your little bits and pieces out. And then I'm just going to add glue to it. and add it. And this card folds flat. You can phone the store if you weren't able to get one, a card kit. You can just call Scrapbook Cottage, and they'll put your name on a list. Yeah, I had made 24 of them, and they sold in a day. Not bad. Okay, now the second one, I'm going to do some cutting. Okay, so I'm going to cut my fingers are very numb today, fingertips. So okay, and then you just kind of match that up, and then I'm just going to put some foam tape behind it. Okay. Now, I found out that my videos on YouTube are saved. So I did not lose them, or won't lose them. Just the ones in StreamYard will be gone. So I can take this video, which is live, and I can upload it to YouTube. So for people that are watching, like to watch on YouTube. Okay, so now I'm taking this, and I'm just going to match it up. This just adds a little dimension to it. It's more noticeable in person, of course. And then I'm going to take a couple of these. You can do whatever you want. I'm just going to do 2 flowers here. Okay, and take my foam tape. I don't have a clue where all my scissors went. There we go. And then I'm just going to put these right here. Okay. And then my friendship. Just going to add some glue to it. And put that on there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I have some little gems. Pink Pinkfresh gems. I'll add some to my card. So I'll put one there, and one there. Yes, make sure you change that on your instructions. That one's a little short. I think I need to clean this. There we go. And there we go. All done. So pretty. I'll have to include one of these in my next card kit. You can find the instructions. I'll post a link, but it's in the live PDFs, Marilyn's live PDF group. And I'll post a link in this video. All right. So there we go. And it just folds like this, flat, and pops up. Now, if you wanted, you could put something, paper on the sides here, if you wanted. I didn't bother, but I'm quite pleased with the way it worked. So that is the stencils. The stencils, the stamp, and the die. And all three of them are $63. And I think it's something because it's very useful, because you can cut these apart. You could add more on here. I think it's really a great stamp set. And it's also grateful for you, filled with happiness for you. So happy that we are friends. Thankful for your friendship. All right? So I think it's a great stamp set. Okay. So next Tuesday, I will be doing this one. You are our favorite. And then you open it up, and it's human. And I'll walk you through how I did the stamping, etc. as well. Okay? So, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.